I think one of the best books on climate denial is George Marshall's book, Don't Even Talk About It, or Don't Even Think About It, rather. And I think one of the faults of that book, though, is that he only looks at the denial side, and he doesn't actually look at the people who are concerned about climate change. And I feel like, just like a medical doctor, if they're trying to develop a vaccine for something, they're going to study the people who have immunity, right? And I think if we're going to understand climate denial, we have to understand climate concern as well, and we have to look at ourselves in this. And one of the big things that I found looking at how we are grappling with climate change is that belief and concern about climate change isn't really a primary position. It's not really a choice that any of us make. We make the choice to care about others. We make the choice to love someone other than ourselves. And that for a lot of people, when they're talking about their concern of climate change, that's the stuff that comes up, talking about the other people that they care about, talking about the beyond human world that they care about. And that concern for something outside of themselves is really at the root of their concern for climate change. And I think it's time we consider the possibility that climate denial is itself not really a primary position, just like our climate concern isn't a primary position, that it's actually just a smokescreen for selfishness and greed. And that at the root of climate denial is really just not giving a crap about anyone other than yourself. And I think Wen was right in his introductory comments that this is much bigger than climate science, and it's much bigger than science in general, that this is about human rights. But I think we might have the direction of causality wrong here. That to stand up for climate science, we need to be standing up for human rights. We need to be standing up against selfishness and greed, and not just calling out misinformation, but calling out people for really not giving a shit about anybody other than themselves, of which Trump is really the embodiment of that idea.